You might still be working remotely instead of at the office because of COVID, of course, and your boss might be among those who have turned to spy apps, more commonly known now as Bossware, to keep tabs on employees. Let's get into that more now with Spencer O'Leary. He is the CEO of ActiveOps North America. Spencer, welcome to Portland's Afternoon News.
Hi, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Let's get right into the use of these apps, and I want to start by talking about how they typically work.
So typically there's a piece of software that's installed on an employee's computer, and it records the way they interact with their computer during the day.
I would assume that includes using the webcam and possibly the microphone?
For some applications, it does. And I think with these things, Tim, this technology is not new. This technology has been around a long time, and anyone who uses a computer for work should realize that most things are monitored on that computer and have been for many years. What's changed in the world is how that data is used by managers to manage their employees. And you can really split those managers down into two camps. There's those who use the data appropriately, and used appropriately, this is an important and powerful thing. And there's those who use it completely inappropriately, and it becomes destructive and toxic in the workplace.
Yeah, I want to talk more about that, too, in just a moment. There have to be privacy issues for employees. Where are we in terms of legal questions regarding this kind of monitoring at home?
So generally, legality-wise, as long as you're using a company-provided piece of equipment, then the employer can capture anything that happens on that computer. When they overstep the line is when they start recording voice and recording video, because not only are they recording you on video, they could be recording a spouse, a child, whoever it may be. So that's where we start to see organizations who really cross the line, where they start doing bad things with it.
We are talking to Spencer O'Leary from ActiveOps North America about Boss Spyware here on Portland's Afternoon News. You mentioned a moment ago, what about productivity? How does this seem to impact productivity?
So I think productivity has been impacted by people working from home. But surprisingly for some, productivity during the pandemic went up when people work from home. They have less distraction, they can get along with the job that they're paid to do. The challenge starts to come when other metrics, other measures, not so much productivity, but more to do with the wellness of an employee, those things start to go down. And as we confine ourselves to working at home, we don't meet with other humans as much. We suffer from workplace stress at times, and that drives real business costs. It drives sickness, it can drive attrition, and some horrible mental illnesses.
Unfortunately, we're just about out of time, but I want to ask you, are employers as concerned, or do they seem to be as concerned about the morale issue as productivity?
I think employees today, Tim, are probably more concerned about that well-being, wellness issue than they are productivity. One bank recently quoted to me that in 2022, they will lose more money from sickness and attrition caused by workplace stress than they will from employees who underperform. That's why people come to businesses like ActiveOps. We give them that balanced view and help managers manage appropriately.
And hopefully they use it. Spencer O'Leary from ActiveOps North America. Thanks for all your time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Tim.